Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you are here for the first time, welcome to my channel, Simply Michelle. I have been reading the book written by moi called The Promise, and I'm happy to have you. And for all our returning subscribers, welcome, and thank you for the support. I can see that you have been chatting up a storm, and I like it. So without even itching, let us go right into the video. Tessa went to the lower deck and have been washing the dishes with her earphone turned up in the ear, dancing to Stamp by Kirk Franklin. She loved to listen to his music. Later that evening, "Ben, I need your help," said Daneil. "Sure, Daneil, whatever you need," answered Ben. "Good. I need you to stall Tess for, just stall her for me for a minute." "I told her we are going sailing, but really, I just wanted to have her here for her birthday. I asked Greg to come by as well. It's 20 minutes drive away from Cambridge. I have also asked him to round up some of Tess' friends. But he told me, she's not big on having a lot of friends. So he's taking Michael and Sam. He told me they are your friends." "Yes, they are," said Ben. "And they are friends also with Tess." "Oh, okay, great," answered Daneil. "So we are going to throw her a surprise birthday party tomorrow in the evening," said Daneil. "The guys will be here tonight, so I need you to stall her below deck until in the morning. In the morning, I will ask the fellas to surprise her with their presents by being here. I know that, she's not expecting it, so I hope she's surprised because she's a hard nut to crack," said Daneil. "No problem," answered Ben. Tessa had just finished bathing. She brushed her hair, her long curly hair, for 20 times already. She had just counted when she heard the knock on the door that caused her to lose count. "I see you have just noticed I have left." She pretended to be upset. As she lotioned her arms, Ben leaned over and kissed her and her forehead with both hands in his pocket. "The truth is, I was engaged. You left. However, I also knew that you left. But your father, he was talking about yachts, and surprisingly, even to myself, I enjoy talking about yachts. And who knows, in the future, I'm thinking of getting one for myself. The Lord permitted, as you would say," said Ben. "And you must know, I meant no ill by acknowledging you leaving." "I know, I am just pulling your leg," said Tessa. "I am just pleased you two like each other that much," she replied. "Thank you for taking me along," said Ben. "You're most welcome. I'm happy you're here with," said Tessa. "Come, let's go up to the deck." "How about we just chill here? I promise to be on my best behavior," said Ben with a smile. "I would like to get dressed," said Tessa, and turned away. "I think you should leave," she said. "I could let you change your mind. I could kiss you right now," he said. "You wouldn't dare," said Tessa, moving away and tightening her robe. "You could kiss me, but I guarantee you would hate yourself after. It wouldn't make sense anyway. Before seconds, you will start feeling awful." He silently left the room without another word. Ben stood on the outside of the door, waiting. To make matters worse, his mind began to run wild. He dropped to the ground and began to do some push-ups to settle his thoughts. I am finished changing. You may come in before you hurt yourself, said Tessa with laughter in her voice. He finally uttered, I'm so sorry about earlier. You have nothing to apologize for, said Tessa. No, Ben insisted. I do. I'm still learning. Some things are too important to be made a joke, he said. Finally, she brought her eyes to meet his gaze. In his dark brown depth, she saw something she never knew existed, a spark of vulnerability, of need. He desired to know what she really thought of him, as if he wanted to know how important he was to her. This self-assured and super confident man needed approval from me, thought Tessa. Or maybe he just needed her in a way she was not able to be with him, at least not yet until marriage. I do care, she said. As you know, I just can't afford to let my guard down around you, she said, and rubbed the back of his hand to reassure him. Let's change the subject. How about we watch a movie, she said. What movie do you have in mind? Asked Ben. The movie which is called Fireproof, said Tessa. Oh, I heard that's a good movie, Good one, said Ben. Okay, glad you're interested, said Tessa. I'm going to make some popcorn, she said. No, exclaimed Ben. I will do the honors, he said. Just rest your legs. Line up the movie, right back in a sec. Tessa looked at him with a puzzled look. Okay, thank you, she said with a question tone. Tessa took the time to relax. While waiting, little did she know that Ben was stalling her. Nevertheless, he enjoys her company, so it was a plus for him. There it is, said Ben, not knowing where anything was placed. He opened the cupboard. He saw the popcorn in a container in the corner. All things considered, he found everything fairly easily. 10 minutes later, Ben knocked at the door, but no response. He entered the cabin and found Tessa sound asleep. At least so he thought. There you are, she exclaimed. Tessa's stomach growled. She widened her eyes in surprise, and her cheeks grew red immediately from embarrassment. Someone is hungry. Good thing I am here right on time, said Ben with a smile. They ate and laughed. Though the movie was a good one, as usual, they were wrapped up in each other's company. He spoke and she laughed again. It was as if she could not help herself. She was really enjoying Ben's company. Soon after, Tessa fell asleep. Ben quickly cleared away the clutter, cleansed her hands and face, and watched as she slept peacefully as a young child. A few seconds later, he got a text from Daneil that the guys were here. 5 minutes later, Ben entered the dock. The fellas was engaged in chatter with Daneil. They didn't realize he had entered the lounge. They were drinking and eating, making jokes and laughing off their heads. Hey son, come on in. I take it she's asleep, said Daneil. She is. She's resting, answered Ben. Nice, said Daneil. Thanks again. Hey Ben, "Come and sit," said Michael. Sam and Greg greeted him as well. Daneil informed everyone on what his plans are. Everyone agreed. Greg looked at Ben, then asked, "What are the sleeping arrangements?" Ben gave him a lopsided smile, knowing very well Greg asked that question regarding him and Tessa. "Ben, can you please show these guys their cabins so they can choose where they want to sleep? I will be cleaning up here." "Thanks again, fellas, for showing up at such a late notice," said Daneil. "No problem," answered everyone. After everyone was settled comfortably, Ben checked on Tessa one last time, but she was still resting. He gently closed her door and went to his cabin that was close by. Ben laid in bed with his hands behind his head, looking up into the sky. He had Tessa on his mind a lot lately. "I feel so privileged to be able to be sleeping with her under the same roof, even though it's different rooms." Cleaning up her hands and face while she slept earlier was priceless. She looked so peaceful. The thought warmed Ben's heart as he slowly drifted off to sleep. "Good morning, sleepyhead. Happy birthday. How does it feel to be a full-fledged adult?" asked Daneil as he leaned in and hugged and kissed his daughter. "Oh, it feels great," beamed Tessa with joy. "Breakfast in bed. Thank you, Dad. You are the best," she said and took the breakfast tray. "Don't you ever forget that I am indeed the best," said Daneil with a laugh. "When you're finished here, kindly come to the main lounge," he said. "Okay, Dad, will do," answered Tessa. The men were all in their position to carry out the plan. Tessa took her own time putting herself together. After all, it was her birthday. How often do you turn 21? She felt like a woman, an adult. She looked at herself in the mirror and gave a pout and smiled at herself, twirled around in satisfaction. She heard on the door. "What is taking you so long?" he asked in a gentle voice. "Good morning to you, love," she whispered with a smile on her face. Ben was mesmerized by her beauty. It took him a minute to regain his equilibrium. He pulled her in a bear hug and whispered, "Happy birthday, I love you," and kissed her on the forehead. "Where is my gift, Alan? Don't think you are getting away so easily," said Tessa with a grin. "Talk about patience. I was thinking of getting you something." "Don't play with me, boy." All right, I'm pulling your leg. "I was thinking of giving you later, but since as you cannot wait," he said. Ben reached in his pocket and pulled out a small square box. "I know we have already gotten matching necklaces. However, it's your birthday, and I thought, how about giving you something that represents you and a little bit of me, you know?" he said and opened the box. "This is a citrine birthstone. It's your birthstone, as you know. So this ring has your birth date engrafted in it along with our initials and a heart depicting our love." Tessa stretched forth her right hand and he slipped on the ring. The November birthstone was a gold and orange mix that glitters brilliantly. Its round shape held by a gold ring that was 2/8 in inches thick. This stone was used in the earlier times, BC, which means before Christ, in Greece. They carried it as protection against plagues as well as venomous snakes and reptiles' bites. Also, the November birthstone is said to unlock their secrets and power. Prosperity, self-confidence, and emotional balance. Tessa was speechless. Even though it wasn't an engagement ring, she cannot imagine feeling any better when that day comes. She was flabbergasted. Ben has made her heart flip like a triple jumper. She looked up at him and could not hold back the tears of joy that was streaming down her face. "Oh no, my love, don't cry," said Ben, and began to clean up her face. "How can I not? How can I not cry? You put so much thought into this ring, into this gift. I love it. It means a lot. Thank you," she said and hugged him again. Her eyes fell on the sparkling ring and her finger once more. Then she said, "This must have cost you a fortune." "It was worth every dollar. Come, let's go," he said. As they were about to enter the stairs up the cabin, "Surprise!" jumped out everyone at Tessa. Tessa jumped and grabbed on and hold on to Ben in fright. "Are you all trying to kill me? What? How? When did you all get here?" she asked in a stammering voice. I don't know what's happening." "Dad!" yelled Tessa, making a cry voice. "Happy 21st birthday, baby girl," said Daneil and hugged her. "I know you have an issue with being on time, so I decided to make your commute a little easier. Here is your own personal vehicle," said Daneil and handed her the keys to her BMW X1. Daddy! You bought me a BMW? Oh my Lord! First Ben, now you? She said in excitement. "Come, let's go by the deck. You can see it for yourself," said Daneil. Tessa hung on to Ben's hand and dragged him along. "Wow! I love it, Dad! Thank you!" she said, running from side to side, inspecting the vehicle. The white BMW X1 that was wrapped with a big red bow. "Open and go on in. It's yours," said Daneil. She pushed the lock and the keys and him pump pump. She entered in excitement, not knowing what to focus on. The interior of the X1 is up there with efforts in the family SUV class. In terms of build quality and plushness of materials, the 2023 BMW X1 is a completely redesigned model, gaining a more mature exterior, additional exterior refinement, and an updated powertrain for a trend and generation. A BMW can last up to 150 to 200,000 miles with proper care if you drive the national average of 13,500 miles per year, explained Daneil. and it's very reliable. The men laugh. Well, knowing Tessa, she's not a fast driver, so trust. And she cares things like for eternity, said Greg. So she'll do just fine. It will last her until I guess she's ready to sell, said Greg. You did well, Daneil. It's an excellent vehicle. She loves it, and I like it as well, said Ben. Come on, Ben, call the guys and let us go for a spin, said Tessa. Everyone went on board except Daneil. He had some stuff to finish up and organize. What do you think about my ride, guys? Asked Tessa. What do you think? Let me know. I love it. I do wish. Do you wish to trade for my Honda? Asked Greg, and everyone burst out in laughter. It's a cool ride, Tessa. I am excited for you, said Michael. I am loving the white color and the interior design. It's also very comfortable, expressed Sam. You deserve the best that life has to offer, my love. Your dad did well. Just know this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come, said Ben. They both locked eyes for a quick second and the temperature dropped. Greg cleared his throat and break their moment. The guys looked at each other and they all smiled. Guy, we will stop here for today in the story, and I hope you have enjoyed so far. And for those who have been listening and coming for the first time, if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? What you waiting for? Remember to subscribe, like, and share. And like I always said, Philippians 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. And whatsoever you find to do, remember to do it to the best of your ability.